turns lime water milky. We'll be looking at that, the chemistry behind that later. When you bubble carbon dioxide into lime water, it turns milky. Take note of the test for these gases. That's lime water. If you bubble CO2 into it, it gives you a milky solution. That's the test for carbon dioxide. Turns lime water milky. So what we have been explaining since is acid will react with carbonate salts to give you salt plus water and carbon dioxide. So nitric acid is HNO3, copper carbonate is CuCO3. You see what will happen, the H will pick up CO3. That will give us H2CO3. And you know what normally happens to H2CO3? It spontaneously by itself decomposes into water and carbon dioxide. While the copper will pick up NO3 to give us CuNO3. The valency of copper is 2. So give us copper 2 triosonitrate 5 salts, a nitrate salt. You are going to notice that a gas carbon dioxide has been produced when you add acid to a salt, a carbonate salt, and you see this reaction. This is called effervescence. Effervescence. This effervescence, and this is when the reaction has finished and the gas has finished coming out. So when bubbles of gas rapidly comes out from an aqueous medium, you call that effervescence. So let's see some other examples of carbonate salt reacting with HCl. So here, sodium bicarbonate, the same thing. Sodium will pick up the Cl to give us NaCl. H we pick up HCO3. You know HCO3 is a radical on its own. So when H combine with it, they are both valency 1,1. That will give us H2CO3. H2CO3, which will spontaneously break down into water and carbon dioxide. Here, calcium will pick up chlorine. Calcium valency is 2, chlorine valency is 1. So we are expecting the CaCl2 that we have here. Then hydrogen pick up CO3 here to give us H2CO3 that will break down into water and carbon dioxide. So similar thing for this reaction. Mg picks up Cl. Mg valency is 2 because it's number 12. Cl valency is 1 because it's number 17, 2A7. So that will give us MgCl2 that we have here. Then the H here picks up the HCO3. Valency is 1,1. That gives you H2CO3. So you are expecting it to break down into water and carbon dioxide as usual. So that is reaction of acid with carbonate salts. So what do you expect of this product? Sodium carbonate react with HCl. So you're expecting Na to pick up Cl, NaCl, and you're expecting H to pick up CO3, giving you H2CO3. And what do you expect H2CO3 to break down into? Carbon dioxide and water. So you are expecting sodium chloride, carbon dioxide, and water. And you can see the effervescence in that diagram below. Number 4, reactions of an acid. Acid reacts with sulphate 4 to give us salt plus water and SO2. It's typical of the reaction that we have before now. Another word for sulphate 4 is sulphite. So you can see equations here. Also, take note of this. H will pick up SO3. Okay, let me start from here. Ca will pick up Cl. So we are having Ca, Cl. The valency of Ca is 2, valency of Cl is 1. So when they combine, we have a CaCl2, CaCl2. You get that? Now, H will pick up SO3. H picking up SO3. What do we have here? We're having H picking up SO3. Valency of H is 1. Valency of SO3 is 2. So you are expecting H2SO3, isn't it? H2SO3 also, just like H2CO3, is a weak acid and it's also not stable. So what do you think will happen to it? It will break down into water, and what will be left when you remove water? H2 and 1O. You will left with ordinary 2 oxygen, giving us SO2. So we'll be having H2O plus what? SO2. So whenever you form H2CO3, we say it's going to break down into water and what? CO2, right? Whenever you form H2SO3 also, H2SO3, it's going to break down into water. H2SO3 will break down into water and SO2. So take note of that. When you merge two units together and it's giving you H2SO3, just know that it's going to break down into water and SO2. So take note of that. Let's see another example here. Na2SO3, that's a sulphite salt, a trisulfate 4 salt, reacting with H2SO4, tetraoxosulfate acid. Don't forget, SO3 and SO4 are different species of salts. Now, of radicals. Now look at this very well. Na will pick up SO4. Na picking up SO4, right? The valency of Na is 1. We know that already. SO4 is 2 minus, so valency is 2. So you're expecting an Na2SO4, isn't it? So that's what we have here, Na2SO4. Now the H here will pick up the SO3. Don't bother about the 2. Don't know that one of the units is H. Then SO3 is a combined radical unit. So what happens? What happens here when you have H and SO3? Valency of 1 is H, SO valency of 2. That gives you H2SO3. And when you have H2SO3, what's that giving you? Water and what? And SO2. Water and SO2. So that's how we arrive at that. Here, in number 4 example, Na will pick up Cl, that's NaCl. H will pick up HSO3. HSO3 is also a radical on its own, whose valency is 1. Picking up H now, that will give you H2SO3. So H2SO3, you know what it breaks down into? H2O and SO2. So similar thing happen in this place. KHSO3 and H2SO4. The K will pick up, the K there will pick up SO4. So we should be having a K and a SO4. Valency of K is 1, valency of SO4 is 2, giving us K2SO4, or if you like, KHSO4 if the reaction is not complete like we have here, but don't bother about that for now. Plus H picking up HSO3. H picking up HSO3. That will give us H2SO3. What would that give us now? Water and SO2. So that is how we have that. That's the reaction of acid with trioxosulfate 4 salt. Now this SO2 is a gas. As you can see, gas, 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 gas. It's a gas. And how do we test for SO2? SO2 is a colorless gas with irritating smell. It actually smells like burning matches, like the smell of burning matches. So it's a colorless